Welcome to Hollywood Actions. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the most scandalous, seductive, and controversial lives of classic Hollywood divas, who were known not just for their beauty and talent, but also for their steamy affairs and countless lovers. From Marilyn Monroe to Tallulah Bankhead, these glamorous women conquered the silver screen in the bedrooms of Tinseltown. Their names are legendary, their secrets shocking. Now let's dive in. 1. Marilyn Monroe. When you think of Hollywood sex symbols, Marilyn Monroe tops the list. But behind the platinum curls and breathy voice was a woman who wielded her sexuality as power. Marilyn allegedly had affairs with John F. Kennedy, Robert F. Kennedy, Frank Sinatra, Marlon Brando, Tony Curtis, Elvis Presley, and even Joan Crawford. She once said, "A wise girl kisses but doesn't love, listens but doesn't believe, and leaves before she is left." Her conquest spanned both political and Hollywood royalty, and her rumored trysts became part of her mythos. 2. Tallulah Bankhead. Outspoken, outrageous, and unapologetically bisexual, Tallulah Bankhead didn't care about gender, politics, or public opinion. She reportedly slept with Gary Cooper, John Barrymore, Marlene Dietrich, Billie Holiday, and Greta Garbo. She famously quipped, "My only regret in life is that I didn't have more sex." Her affairs were so legendary that she became a cautionary tale, and an icon of fearless self-indulgence. She often scandalized film sets with her open flirtation and wild parties. 3. Ava Gardner. Nicknamed the most beautiful animal in the world, Ava Gardner was a tempestuous spirit who seduced Hollywood's most powerful men. She married Mickey Rooney, Artie Shaw, and Frank Sinatra, and had torrid affairs with Howard Hughes, Ernest Hemingway, Robert Mitchum, and even Lana Turner's lovers. Ava once said, "I'm not the kind of girl men marry. I'm the kind they write songs about." And indeed, Sinatra's heart broke for her long after their divorce. Gardner was magnetic, wild, and sexually liberated, decades before it was acceptable. 4. Mae West. Mae West, a woman who built her career on sexual empowerment. She wasn't just provocative on screen. Off camera, Mae had lovers by the dozen, reportedly keeping a rotating harem of muscular young men. One quote sums her up perfectly: "I used to be Snow White, but I drifted." Mae refused to apologize for her desires. She slept with actors, directors, boxers, and even her own bodyguards. Rumor has it she interviewed potential lovers based on stamina. 5. Joan Crawford. Joan Crawford was fierce, ambitious, and allegedly a voracious lover. Her affairs included Clark Gable, Spencer Tracy, Douglas Fairbanks Jr., Marlene Dietrich, and Betty Davis's husband. Crawford's off-screen persona was even more scandalous than her movies. She was rumored to be bisexual and reportedly had private stag films made of herself. Betty Davis once said, "She slept with every male star at MGM, except Lassie." 6. Marlene Dietrich. The German-born screen siren Marlene Dietrich was openly bisexual and romantically linked to John Wayne, Errol Flynn, Gary Cooper, Edith Piaf, Claudette Colbert, and Mercedes de Acosta. Dietrich oozed androgynous glamour and wasn't afraid to bend, or break, gender norms. She once said, "I dress for the image. Not for myself, not for the public, not for fashion, not for men. But her lovers, a who's who of the industry." 7. Betty Davis. Betty had romantic relationships with Howard Hughes, William Wyler, George Brent, Frank Attone, and allegedly even Joan Crawford. Her fiery energy made her both adored and feared. Davis used her charm, wit, and intellect to draw lovers in, and spit them out. Her complicated love life reflected her fierce independence. She once said, "Love is not enough. It must be the foundation, the cornerstone, but not the complete structure. 8. Hedy Lamarr. Known for both her beauty and her mind, she invented frequency hopping technology. Hedy Lamarr's personal life was equally fascinating. She married 6 times and reportedly had flings with Spencer Tracy, John F. Kennedy, Howard Hughes, and several European royals. She once said, "Any girl can be glamorous. All you have to do is stand still and look stupid." But Hedy was anything but stupid. Her lovers ranged from producers to professors. 9. Elizabeth Taylor. A list of Elizabeth Taylor's lovers could fill a phone book. She married 8 times, twice to Richard Burton, and famously stole Eddie Fisher from Debbie Reynolds. Rumored flings included Frank Sinatra, David Bowie, James Dean, Peter O'Toole, and Michael Jackson, though that one remains platonic. Liz herself admitted, "I've only slept with men I was married to." 10. Gloria Swanson. The original silent film vamp, Gloria Swanson was anything but silent behind the scenes. Her lovers included Joseph P. Kennedy, yes, Jake's dad, Charlie Chaplin, Rudolph Valentino, and numerous directors and moguls. Her affair with Kennedy helped fund her films, but ended in heartbreak. She once said, "I have decided that when I am a star, I will be every inch and every moment a star." And she was, even in bed. 11. Rita Hayworth. Rita Hayworth was the pin-up queen of World War II, but her off-screen life was heartbreakingly tangled. She was married 5 times, including to Orson Welles and Prince Ali Khan, and had affairs with Howard Hughes, Victor Mature, Ali Khan, and Gene Kelly. Her sex appeal was both a blessing and a burden. She was adored, used, and ultimately discarded by many powerful men. 12. Jean Harlow. Dubbed the original blonde bombshell, Jean Harlow had a torrid, short-lived career filled with scandal. Her lovers included Clark Gable, William Powell, Howard Hughes, and Spencer Tracy. She married 3 times before dying at just 26. Even in her brief life, Jean became a sexual icon who played dumb on screen but knew exactly how to handle the spotlight and her suitors.